Welcome back to the Daily Dope. My name is Brando, and I am here to bring you honest and fair and basically common sense opinions and commenting about cannabis stories. And basically, I make these videos and I'm basically laying out what's going on step by step in this historic revolution of mostly led by citizen ballot initiatives legalizing marijuana in America, man. It's a hard, arduous process. We have conquered like 9 states. We have a long ways to go. But it's, there's always battles and there's always things going on that seem like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And, well, here's another one. I really wasn't going to do a story about, or a video about this story, but it will make for a nice thumbnail, so I guess I will. But anyway, I mean, this is just getting old, We already know you're running for president because you signed Cory Booker's bill. That's cool. But nobody thinks that the Cory Booker bill is going to go anywhere. And plus, we have Gardner, who just got a promise from Trump that Trump was going to do the states' rights thing and be like, yeah, we're gonna do something for you guys on that front, for sure, for real, on the marijuana. Yeah, we're gonna do that because remember, Cory Gardner was holding up a bunch of cabinet picks, and Trump's trying to put together a new cabinet because his cabinet falls apart every 5 minutes. So he couldn't have Cory Gardner holding up picks. So he had to get something done. This is what's getting done right here. And whether or not it goes anywhere is anyone's guess. How do I feel about it? Whatever, man. Whatever works. And, in a nutshell, this is basically just, let's just take a quick peek at it before I even get into the story. This is basically just the Cole memo, only we're going to make it into law. Come on, So it's like you got your decriminalize or legalizing, and we basically want to protect them while they do this. States are the laboratories of democracy type thing. And then, of course, whenever you mention states' rights, you have to kowtow to the Fed by saying, oh, we're strengthening the 10th Amendment, so they really just call it federalism, and I don't know. So the thing about this is it isn't what I wanted, all right? Whether it was from Cory Gardner and Elizabeth Warren, or whether it was from, Chuck Schumer. Yeah. Remember him on the eve of 420? He was like, I'm going to drop a legalized marijuana bill. And everybody was like, well, what's that going to look like? And from then and the Cory Gardner thing, I'm thinking the best possible thing we can get, and this is my opinion, what we really want from you politicians is for you guys to stop playing games. We want you all to stop playing games and stop running around pretending like you're fighting for the people. And you're not. We know you are not. Stop playing games. Put a clean 1-sentence deschedule on the floor and debate it in public on C-SPAN like you should be doing with a lot of things. Just 1 sentence. This will remove marijuana from the Controlled Substances Act. Period. That's it. We don't need anything else from you guys. You can sit there and argue about that and then take a vote. That's what you need to do. And we know it'll pass. We know it will. But that's why you don't want to do it. Because you know it'll pass. You know the votes are there. You won't do it. Because when you guys go up there to argue it, you're going to have your donors are going to be standing on you. They're going to be twisting your arm behind your back, And you're going to have to go out there and say the same old, tired, boring old, totally unbelievable reefer madness talking points that you guys have always, there's nothing, you guys have nothing else. That's all you got. The same crap that you say every time someone goes to try to legalize marijuana. The same crap that you guys put out before you made marijuana illegal. It's the same shit, and it's never getting any different, and it's never true. None of the things that you say are actually real. But you'll have to go out there in front of C-SPAN cameras in the whole country or the whole world and make those stupid points on the floor. That's what we want you to do. So you look like clowns. So you look like the paid clown, court gesture, worthless losers that you are. All right, now that I'm done ranting about these politicians are like little children, and they think we're even dumber. But we're not. We know this is grandstanding on a different level. First we had the Cory Booker grandstanding. We're sick of it. We just want a nice, clean deschedule. And then we can, make our own states do the right thing. Quite frankly, man, I don't really even want to read this. But what I'm going to say is that this article talks about what this bill won't do. And that's what you need to know. Because if anybody wants to get excited about this thing, just remember, all it does is it stops Jeff Sessions from going into like Colorado and busting like one of the big dispensaries or one of the big companies that do growing and distributing and everything. They can't just go in there and be like, oh, you guys have 60,000 plus plants, death penalty. But what they can do is if you're not following Colorado's rules, they can come in and crack down on you. I mean, and like I've been saying all along, they've always been able to do that, and they will always do that as long as they can. And Colorado don't mind the help, quite frankly, but so it's not going to stop that. It's not, if that's business as usual stuff is going to keep on going. Colorado's going to keep on doing what they're doing. And quite frankly, even without the Cole memo, it's almost been a year now since this Cole memo, well, not really. It was earlier this year, the Cole memo got zapped. What's happened since then? Nothing. Same old bust that always happened. And they're trying to crack down on CBD and kratom. Like, what's going on with the Jeff Sessions crackdown? The Jeff Sessions crackdown really just got people's heads rolling on, like, let's get this shit done. And that's kind of what's been going on. Like, if you remember before Jeff Sessions got appointed, people were like, oh, yeah, we'll think about legalizing marijuana maybe legislatively. And now they're actually thinking about doing it for real. Go figure. But this isn't going to do, like, a whole lot of things that we want to get done. Like, the whole catch-22 where cannabis is Schedule 1. And in order to get it out of Schedule 1, we're going to need actual FDA-approved studies, which you can't get because it is Schedule 1. What? So we got that problem. That didn't get fixed. This thing's a little bit ridiculous. They have the federal government decided that it's going to go ahead and say that you have to be at least 21 years of age to use recreational marijuana. So that's what the federal government considers an adult when it comes to recreational marijuana use. Very interesting. You guys call it Schedule 1, say it's just as dangerous and addictive and deadly as heroin, and now you're saying you got to be 21 and up to use it. That's nice how you guys do that. I guess this does do some things with regards to banking, as in it makes it so that you can't get in trouble if you're a banker doing business with cannabis businesses that are legal in their state. Okay, that's cool. We need that to get done for sure. All right, and it doesn't declassify marijuana as a Schedule 1 drug. Well, that's the main thing we want. That's the only thing we want. All this other stuff can fix itself out once we get that done. Now you can't travel from state to state with your medicine. So this doesn't help Alexis Bortel and all the medical refugees that had to leave their state and move to like California or Colorado or somewhere where the medical marijuana is a little bit more taken seriously. And now they can't go back home and visit friends and family because they can't take their medicine with them. So that didn't help them. It didn't help the VA patients who want, for their doctor to be able to recommend medical marijuana or to even use medical marijuana without their doctor, trying to throw them under the bus somehow, for that matter. And once again, the research we're not able to do because of the Schedule 1 designation. Furthermore, as much as it sucks that you guys think it's a big deal for California bud to end up in Mississippi or something like that, if Schedule 1, if it was off Schedule 1, and then maybe Mississippi would think about legalizing it, and then maybe we could start thinking about like export businesses like they already do. So you got to legalize what people are already doing, man. Like you got California's sitting here like, oh yeah, we've been selling bud to New Jersey for 30 years. What are you talking about, man? Now all of a sudden you tell us we can't do it because, it's legal. So it's just a little ridiculous that we can't ever get a conversation on the Hill about descheduling, quite frankly. Nothing changes for veterans. I don't really have anything else on this. One more thing. They do, and it is Hemp History Month, and Hemp History Week. Remember that hemp is not, it should not be classified as marijuana under this stupid system where marijuana is even classified as a Schedule 1. But basically, I get really passionate about it. But let's just say, thank you. Once again, this bill amends the definition of marijuana under the Controlled Substance Act to specifically exclude industrial hemp. Hemp, a legal relative of marijuana derived from its cannabis plant, has long been spun into fiber and used for things like paper, cloth, building materials, and many other commercial items. Hemp can also be used in paint, plastics, food, and medicine. I would call it more of a supplement than medicine. But, when there's something that your body needs for so long and you're depriving it of it, it becomes medicine at this point that you need it so bad. It's a mess, man. It's a real mess out there. Is this going to pass? I don't know. The article don't really know either. But Cory Gardner seems to think that things are looking good in the Trump, over at Trump's side of the table when you're talking about this negotiation. And, I mean, Trump's the one that made the promise, but, this is an easily broken promise because you have people like Pete Sessions and Mitch McConnell likes the hemp thing, but that's about it. He don't care about anything else in this. He would not be for the descheduling. Not really. I'm sorry. He would never be for the descheduling. The descheduling isn't in this bill. But he wouldn't even be for this whole idea that, oh yeah, if someone legalized marijuana, the federal government can't go kick their door in. I don't think he's for that. I think he's against that notion. And that's basically it, guys. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. It's just another political stunt, in my opinion. It's not going to go anywhere. Even if it does get some sponsors, or if it goes into a committee or something, I would be surprised. But you can only hope, right? I mean, we'll see. I guess I'm just like trying to like be positive about this, but I really can't. I can't find any reason for this to excite me. Sorry.